Hello, hello, welcome. It is 4 o'clock on Monday already. I don't even know sometimes where time goes, but we are going to work on fixing that this week. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jenny Field. I am the admin, mentor, person in this group that's putting this on. And the reason I started this challenge, or I wanted to do this challenge, was I felt it was so important because when we get our shit together first thing in the morning, we are so much more powerful. We're so much more productive. We're so much more in tune with what's going on with our day. And it creates a whole system of greatness that I think sometimes lacks. Like, just things get out of control. And so I'm in a mastermind with other coaches and other entrepreneurs, and we were talking about that. What your mornings look like, and how do you take control of them, and what does that look like? So we've been talking about this last week, and I started on this weeks ago. Actually about 6 weeks ago, when I started realizing I really changed my morning routine. And so that's what made me think, holy cow, when we can harness it, great things are going to happen. So first of all, they're important. Like, routines aren't sexy, guys. I know it. Routines are like, oh my God. But once you're in a routine and it becomes a habit, your habits create your actions, which create your results. And so if we can start first thing in the morning with those things, then we can control our day, right? Routines also, like, when we don't have them, I don't know how many of you have mornings that have just completely run amok. Like, everything happens and you're like, this is a shit show. And it's hard to gain back that control. I know that for me, when I've thought that and I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, like, things just happen throughout the day. Nitpicky little things. I'm not saying they're not going to happen, but I'm going to give you some tips on how to gain that control back. Your routine, your morning routine also sets the tone for the day, right? So we learn to control our schedule rather than having our schedule control us. I think that's huge. We learn to, one of the tips I can give you right off the bat is just look at your schedule on Sundays. Like, look at what you have going on for the entire week. Look at each day and then decide, is this too much? Do I have room for something else? If it's too much, it's okay to cancel something. It's okay to take it off your books. It's okay to say, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to push this off. Please do that. You need to have control of your schedule. Having a routine also allows you to control where your thoughts go, where your attention goes. And where your attention goes, that's what grows. So just remember that when you're focused on whatever it is, that's what you're going to get more of. So I'm hoping that it's really good stuff. The other thing is, every morning's a fresh start. You know, I believe you can fresh start 15 times a day if you have to. And we're going to talk about that later on in the week. But a fresh start is so powerful every single day. You prioritize where your time is. When you master your time, you can master many other things. I think that's so very important. And so often we don't learn that. And so it's a great thing to learn to master your time. Teach your kids to master their time. If your kids are still at home, one of the greatest gifts you can give them is to teach them to master their time. It'll serve them in college. It'll serve them beyond. So do that. Focus on what's in front of you, right? How many of you spend time starting on a task? And you guys, I am super guilty of this. I have to be uber consciously aware of what I'm doing. But you start on a task, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to get started. I'm going to do this. And the next thing you know, you have gone down a rabbit hole. You thought of something else. You thought, oh, I got to go do this before I forget, whatever that is. So we need to focus our time. And so that's one of the things that your morning routine is going to help you with. You need to learn to value what you give time to. Your time is the one commodity that you're never going to get back. So we need to learn to value where we put our time and be consciously aware of where we put it, and know that it's okay to say no. It's okay. Okay. And then having a morning routine increases your productivity, and it's going to do that in so many different ways. But just like we said, you're going to value your time. You're going to know where your time goes. You're going to be more productive. It's going to teach you how to hone in short periods of time, which you can spread throughout your day. And we're going to teach you how to snap out of things when things start rolling downhill quickly. Your routine should reflect what you want for the day. Okay. I can't set your routine for you. I can't tell you what's best for you, but it should reflect what you want throughout the day. And so as you're building your routine, which is one of the things we're going to work on today, I want you to think of that. Be aware of how does this affect your day. The other thing is your morning routine should never be a punishment. Like, you shouldn't go to bed thinking, oh, when I get up in the morning, I have to go do XYZ. No. We don't want that at all. What I want you to focus on is to create a morning routine that you're excited about, that you want to make fun, that has meaning to you and is purposeful. Okay, so we're going to build your routine focused on 4 different areas. So today we're going to talk about the 4 areas. Then tomorrow I'm going to expand on area 1. Then we're going to expand on the others. And so as we're going through, if you have questions, drop them in the comments. You can send me a DM. You can post them in this group, whatever it looks like. Ask away, please. Because there may be things I miss because I think, oh, everybody knows that. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know anything. Just ask in case I miss something. All right. You get to pick what you're going to do with your morning routine. You get to choose. That's the one thing that should be exciting to you. You also can change it up. Just because on Mondays you do one thing doesn't mean you have to do the same thing every day. You have to make sure, like I said, your day, your routine reflects your day. How long should your morning routine be? Well, that depends on you. I think you should give it at least 10 minutes because the things that you're going to do take a few minutes, and that's okay. Some people are going to have 10 minutes. Some are going to stretch it to 20. Some are going to have 10 minutes on one day, maybe 5. And then the next day you're going to have more time. Like I said, it's okay. It's better to do the routine and not be so strict on the time. The time does not matter one bit. It's doing the little things that we're going to talk about. Okay. So the 4 parts of your routine. Number 1 is hydration. I know, weird thing to put in your morning routine, but I think it was 3 years ago, maybe 4. Time gets away from me. I had a friend that challenged out of the blue, hey, I challenge you to drink 30 ounces of water a day, or first thing in the morning when you get up. I drink over a gallon of water a day, but first thing in the morning when you get up, 30 ounces of water. I thought, okay, I'll do it. Let me tell you what a huge difference it made in all parts of my day. I felt better. I was more awake. So tomorrow I'm going to talk about hydration, why it's so important. I don't expect you to start with 30 ounces of water a day unless you want to, right? So you choose what you're going to start with, but we're going to start with hydration every day. Then step number 2 is going to be mindset. Be intentional about what you choose to do and do one of these things every day. You have to control what's up here, you guys. It is the biggest factor I see in people's success. Absolutely the number 1 biggest factor. And we walk around sometimes thinking, oh no, I've got this. When in reality, you have bullshit thoughts running throughout your head all day long. We're going to harness those. We're going to work on controlling those thoughts. So personal development, you're going to look at affirmations. You may choose to do affirmations. We're going to talk about affirmations on Wednesday. Meditate. Is meditating for you? Is journaling for you? I don't know what's going to be right for you, but you get to choose what's going to be right for you. Okay. So we're going to talk about those. And from there, you're going to start to build and choose. You may choose 2 things. You may choose 1. You may choose to do them 5 days a week. You may choose to do them 7. You're going to decide that. And we're going to talk a little bit about that too. The third thing is energy. How are you going to set the tone for your day? What are you going to do to add energy to your morning? So is it music? Is it a podcast? Are you going to read parts of a book or listen to an audiobook? You're going to decide that as well. And on Thursday, sorry, I'm trying to count ahead days. On Thursday, we're going to talk about those different areas, what that looks like for you, and then where you want to start, what you want to do. It's not to say you can't do more or you can't do them at different times of the day too, but it's one way to start your morning. And then number 4 is movement. That does not mean that you have to go do your workout first thing in the morning. But are you stretching? Are you doing your workout? Is that part of your morning routine? Are you having a dance party before you get started for the day? Are you doing squats while you're brushing your teeth? I don't know, but we're going to talk about movement and how movement affects you in the morning. All right. So those are the things we're going to go through. And then we're going to build your routine as we go. So by the time we get done at the end of this week, you will have built a morning routine that you can get excited about, that you know is going to bring you productivity. It's going to get your mindset straight. You're going to already start on your hydration and what that's going to do for you. So we're going to start to build that. We're going to work through that. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments today. I'm going to try to keep these videos short because I know we're all short on time. And like I said, these don't have to take forever. So if you have questions about what's going on, drop it in the comments. You can always DM me, whatever works for you, but go ahead and start thinking about what things you're going to like or questions you have about how these work, or, you know, what's going to come up, and we'll discuss them tomorrow. So today, just focus on getting excited about building a morning routine that's going to set you up well, set you up straight, get you ready to have productive, fun, and less stressed days. Isn't that what we all want, is less stress? Absolutely. All right, I will be back same time tomorrow, 4 p.m., and we're going to kick it off with talking about hydration. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.